here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
6-18. 808.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Get set. Yo, Chief. Hey. 6-18.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Down. You ready?
On first, here's Washington. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Get set, fellas.
Carr to throw on second down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play action. Now it's Carr. But it's brought in by Washington. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. Back to the ground, Lynch, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Go. Get set.
On second down, Lynch. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive.
Down! 188! 188, we're good, we're good! Hey, here we go.
Washington on third and short. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Over the middle. Hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. So that throw good for 4. It's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On second down, Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Bryant has it. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Carl come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Carr gives it off to Washington. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Down, 280. 637. 808. 734.
On play action, now Carr. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Express.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Complete to Bryant. And he'll go down at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Roberts with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Snickers, you got to spin. Eight. Blue 30, double bump.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Jack 16. Hey. You got the double ball. Side.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Carr now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Monday, 7:34. 6:37.
To throw on second down. Carr. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, 7:34. 24. Monday, down. 280. Express.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Now, you lady. White. Yo, Chief. Hey. I'm going back to you.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
6-18.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Khalil Mack in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Monday. Hey. Kings.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
Double. Set. Monday. 180.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep down. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
On first down, Carr. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A handoff to Washington. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
24. Low. 29. 29. 7:34.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Get down. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. Hey, 7:34. Down. Hey, 180. 29.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Brown. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Black 20. Heat these two.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Big. Jack 16. Side. Double bump. Black 20.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Oh, he's got it wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
56. Right there, 56.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Now open right side, it's Rodgers. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Quarter. Side. Black 80. Jack 16. Big.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Ben to throw again. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we saw there, that's winning football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Snickers, black 66. Snickers, you got to spin. Quarter. 8.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Down, 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to him on first down. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
White.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. On the give, this is Washington. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Staying on the ground with Washington. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
4 down. Check. Snickers, you got to spin. Side. Like
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And he comes back with one complete.
Here we go.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Maybe.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Snickers, 66. Set. Like 80.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Carr going to look to throw. Going deep here for Bryant. This is intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
66.
One last shot for Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. Big hold to the 30. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching.